What's going on, YouTube? 2 days in a row. Boy, are we crushing it here, right? Just want to check in, see what's going on. Today is actually an off day from training, but I had a client at 5:30 a.m. Got some work done. Had another client at 8:30 a.m. and now I'm here before I shower and do what I need to do. So I usually wake up early, around like 3:45, 4 a.m. And I'll get some emails done, some work done, all that good stuff. And I do take in-person clients because I kind of like it. So at Legacy at Carbon, which is our gym out here, in the evening we train youth athletes, but in the morning we're able to train adults, and that's where Bryce and I, do our stuff. Bryce has a couple, homeschool kids in the morning. We also have a class, a couple classes. Kids who homeschool, for example, they need recess, so Legacy becomes recess for these kids, which is actually really cool. Much better than normal recess, right? So I'm a huge fan of being able to get out and practice what I preach, and I love coaching people. It is what it is, and I wish I had time to coach more people, but the people I do coach are awesome. And honestly, I'm not coaching like professional bodybuilders. I'm coaching everyday human beings. One guy I coach owns a few restaurants. Another guy runs a multi-hundred plus million dollar company, and another guy is he's an executive. So I'm training normal people, and that's where I've pretty much evolved. But I still have my coaching at marklobliner.com. Marklobliner.com, where I can coach you. It's all online. So add daily check-ins. You work with me. You'll actually see a lot of my clients come into these chats here and there. And for what I do and my experience, daily check-ins and all that, my wife always gets mad because I'm very affordable compared to the other coaches, which most of them suck. So nonetheless, guys, let's get to some questions. So again, this I've been in here 8 minutes. I want to go for 20. So this can last as short or as long as you guys want. I just want to check in every day. When I don't check in, people tend to say that they didn't hear about something, didn't know about something. So on days that I do go to the gym early and I'm able to get a sauna session in before I shower and squeeze in the 20 minutes, I like to come in here and obviously, talk to you guys because you guys are the reason I'm here, right? Like without customers, none of my shit exists. Baby aspirin while on TRT, I don't. I really think I'm coming out with a heart formula. Just in full transparency, I've created what I feel is the greatest heart health formula ever created. I also recommend taking ambrosia nectar every single day. But there is a supplement out there that prevents clotting, has a lot of beneficial things as far as blood clots are concerned, as far as HDL is concerned. And that's a supplement called nattokinase, and it's an all natural supplement. Found in the Japanese diet, in some Japanese, but it's called nattokinase. And I recommend 6,000 FUs a day, which generally I'll take a little bit more. I'll take 4,000 FUs in the morning and 4,000 at night, especially with all these blood clots and these sudden deaths happening. If you have chosen to get the preventative measures done for the virus, um, I don't know if they're causing anything. I'm not saying they are, but if they are or if they aren't, there's nothing wrong with taking nattokinase. If you go to tigerfitness.com, we have a brand that I currently use, and it's Now Foods nattokinase. And I highly recommend you get that. Take between 4,000 and 8,000 FUs a day. All right. I believe that's 4 caps. My man, best exercise for chest activation. I'm trying to limit my front delta activation. Well, I mean, honestly, how you limit that is you bend the bar, so you're engaging your lats. You tuck your elbows in and you push. If I push like this, look at my delts, right? If I push like this, look at that difference. So when you're doing it, bend the bar. What I like to use is dumbbells, and I like to actually have my hands in not completely palms downward, not palms neutral, but I like to have it right in between. If you watch my dumbbell bench press videos and also any machine, whatever you do, just make sure you're trying to bend the bar and that'll recruit. So it's not about exercises, it's about how you execute presses. And honestly, flies, they're not as important as presses, but they do have their place. So anytime you can press something away from your chest, I would also not do incline press. If you're really trying to get away from activating a lot of front delts, decline press is the best. It also activates more chest via EMG studies than any other pressing movement. So decline press, and of course, bend the bar with your pinkies. Insurgent restock, we're looking at the first or second week of March. Best way to build up testosterone naturally. So some people go, do squats. That's transient. Doesn't mean anything. Best way to build up testosterone or to promote healthy testosterone is to one is eat foods high in certain vitamins and minerals, right? Like zinc. That'll prevent you having issues. I like to supplement with ZMA at night. So we have a Beverly Nutrition has a good ZMA we carry on tigerfitness.com. I'm currently out of my brand because it sells very, very well. Um, so make sure you get enough zinc. Make sure you eat enough meat and make sure you get enough fats, including healthy fats. I like my fat distribution if I'm going to recommend fat intake. So I like 30% of your dietary nutrient needs, dietary caloric needs, coming from fat, but 30% of that fat, up to 30%, should come from saturated fat. So all these guys saying eat 40 eggs a day, this, that, and the third, we can't deny the fact there has been some deleterious effects found in evidence and research on consuming super high saturated fat. So I'm going to recommend consuming 30% of your dietary fat intake from saturated fats, or up to 15 to 30% is fine. But make sure that you get adequate fat in your diet. Make sure that you supplement or you get enough zinc in your diet and magnesium, things like that. And just make sure you're well fed, and weight training helps. The number one way to ensure that your testosterone isn't low, and again, there's other things that can happen environmentally that cause low testosterone, is none of y'all are going to get stage ready, so being too lean isn't an issue, or most likely. Don't be fat. Being fat will cause you to have low testosterone. Being fat is the most horrible thing you could do for your health. Don't be fat is number one. All right. Thanks for the advice yesterday, Mark. I'm stopping my bulk and getting my blood pressure in check. My pleasure, Michael. I'm glad I could help. So will the outright bar be back in stop at Vitamin Shop? That's a good question, Gary. We're currently looking at, we got everything situated, everything resolved that caused us to have to not sell to the Vitamin Shop before. And we're having a conversation tomorrow, but it looks like we will be back in the Vitamin Shop as early as June, by September. So we're looking at either a June or a September cut-in date. But for now, of course, go to tigerfitness.com, or you could obviously go to GNC as well. So GNC and tigerfitness.com, as well as many other retailers. We're carried at over 10,000, over 100, 50,000 gas stations nationwide. I've read online in some studies and articles, consumption of painkillers containing opioids will increase prolactin. Considering that trend increases it, you get bad water retention from. Trend doesn't usually cause water retention. Prolactin isn't necessarily an issue, but nonetheless, I would recommend against taking painkillers and against taking tren. By all means, for example, um, ibuprofen is extremely hard on the kidneys. It's terrible. Tylenol, if taken in even like 7 times normal dose, it can cause liver failure. So you have kidney failure from ibuprofen, liver failure from acetaminophen. So avoid painkillers at all costs, and avoid tren. Tren is really harsh. When's the next sale? We don't announce sales because then no one would buy at normal price and we'd go out of business. BP 157 and Novadex for a 20-year-old. I'm not a doctor. I recommend you talk to your doctor. These are all controlled substances. Novadex is a controlled substance. By me giving you advice on this on video, which by the way, the feds, the DEA, they do have YouTube and they do have Google. I'm putting myself in a very vulnerable position for liability and also for, believe it or not, impersonating a doctor. They have taken people down for that before. And even though the chances are really low, I have too much cool shit, including the sauna in my house, that I don't want to lose. So I apologize, but I can't help you. What do you find to be the most effective way to develop biceps peak? Genetics. Genetics. I mean, at the end of the day, the way your biceps are shaped is genetically determined. However, all you can do is build the biggest bicep possible and hope that, God took care of your shape. But generally speaking, the shape of your muscle, the shape of your muscle, all you can do is make it bigger or smaller. You're not going to change the shape. You're not going to change your insertions. So the best way to train biceps is however you train the rest of your body, right? So, I was 4 sets, 40. It depends. Like obviously Dorian Yates got great results at 1 to 2 sets beyond failure. Ronnie Coleman got great results by doing, 2 to 3 sets with 4 to 5 sets with 8 to 15 reps. So it depends on your program, but generally you're not going to change the shape of your bicep. And that is what it is. And I'm sorry if that kind of fucks you a little bit. I don't know what Tyrannobol is. And even if I did, I'm probably not going to give you my thoughts. What do I recommend for sore muscle? Active recovery, walking, stretching, foam rolling, things like that. And obviously adequate nutrition and sleep. Sleep is the best recovery tool. Get at least 6 hours to 9 hours of sleep a night, six being bare minimum. What's your best advice on overcoming common scapular winning problems? They still work out well, but certainly holds me from certain movements. So basically, for scapular winging, I'm not an expert at this. This isn't my forte. I'm more of a hip, knee, and shoulder guy. But as far as scapula is concerned, you need to strengthen the area around it, including area around your scapula, which means you need to make sure you do a lot of things involving scapular retraction and extension, and you need to strengthen your shoulders as well as your back. So there's a lot of stability exercises, bell up, single arm kettlebell. You have wall walks, you have things like that that'll definitely strengthen it, as well as rhomboid pull downs, basically coming up and just pulling down with the scap. But basically, you need to learn to activate your scap. And again, I'm just giving you what I know. That's not my area. That's not something I'm proficient in. Mark, I'm natural for the past 30 years. I'm planning on taking gear. What is the best gear and dose to take? None. Stay natural. No need. No need to go on gear. Just stay natural. I'm being real. And if you don't like that advice, go ask someone else. Not a steroid guy. It's not what I do. And again, there's plenty of other people I'm sure who'd risk their asses to give you steroid advice, but not me. How do I get myself back into the gym fully? Just fucking go. So if you're doing 2 lifts and you lose motivation, here's what I want you to do. What was your name? Hold on. Let me address Joe. Look in the mirror and look at your fat, fucking disgusting self. Guys, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to motivate him. I have no other way. If you're happy with how you look, then by all means, go home. If you're not happy with your fat, sloppy, disgusting self, go work out. I'm not saying you're fat, sloppy, and disgusting. I'm just giving you something to hopefully motivate you. I got nothing, dude. Like I'm not gonna sit here and, fucking pretend I'm David Goggins. At the end of the day, motivation's from within. If you don't have it, there's something fucking wrong with you. You have one chance on this earth and you're gonna waste it by, oh no, I'm motivated. Just fucking get motivated. Stop being a pussy. No offense, by the way. Again. I don't know how the fuck Sly is doing. I haven't talked to him in fucking 20 years. Any tips on maintaining low cholesterol levels? Well, I mean, exercise and diet. You want to make sure you have proper omega-3s in your diet. Take 5 MTS Nutrition Fish Oil caps a day. That supplement I talked about earlier, nattokinase. After this video, I'm going to try and link it down below. From Tiger Fitness, nattokinase, nattokinase. About 4,000 to 8,000 FUs a day. And just again, eat healthy whole foods, avoid processed garbage, and avoid shit that's bad for you. Like, it's bad for you, right? Like a Snickers bar versus a sweet potato, right? Thank you, Jessica. You have a great day too. I don't like any pro hormones on the market. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you were able to get something with that birthday gift I sent you, bro. Good shit, Andre. Love you, bro. Um, who's the best advice for someone who's natural? What's the best advice for someone who's natural? Train hard, eat right. Injectable L-carnitine is awesome. It's the fucking the PHP, the pain. It's terrible. There's no drug on earth worth the pain that carnitine has caused me. So I'm a big fan of injecting carnitine, but it hurts so bad, causes such fucking pain. It's horrible. It's worse than any drug you will ever inject. And I've tried a couple different brands too. If you want to try it, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a pussy, but nah, no thanks. Um, Preventive health supplement for kidney health. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Imran, Ambrosia Nectar. Buy Ambrosia Nectar from tigerfitness.com today. Use code Nectar Video, NEKTAR Video, as your coupon code. Save 20% at tigerfitness.com today. Can you link the best supplement for joint health? Carlos, go to tigerfitness.com and look up Mwendo. MWENDO. MWENDO at tigerfitness.com. That is the best. It's my brand. Creatine monohydrate is good. Get the 0 and 5 nutrition brand from tigerfitness.com. That's my brand. Creatine is the best supplement on the market, period. Everyone should take creatine. Women, children, adults, doesn't matter. Elderly, you name it. There's implications in everything from brain health. They're given to Alzheimer's patients. That's good. Fed with a handful of supplements or food that helps relaxation and sleep. So I take MTS Nutrition Machine Sleep Aid. And I mean, it's pretty much it. And it does fine for me. It's all about your habits. Go to bed at the same time every night. Make sure you avoid blue light for about 30 minutes before bed, and just go to bed. Just get to fucking sleep. Relax, unwind, read a book. Just don't watch TV, don't look at your phone, and take MTS Nutrition Sleep Aid. I'm not telling you have to take a supplement, but you asked, and that's what I take. Anyway, guys, time for me to go. Thanks so much. You guys have a great rest of your day. Love y'all.